You know, you had to have a mindset of patience along the way, right? It's not just now you should be excited. I was excited even when it wasn't going up because I knew what was going to happen, okay? Because my mindset has been primed for this, for success, right? And, we're really excited to bring up a very exclusive panelists, individuals that I know have been through the process, that have the mindset of success when it comes to trading. They're making money in the markets, but not just that, they are impacting people, right, to also do the same thing. Okay. Before I bring up these incredible traders, right, I'm gonna let you wait for a couple more minutes, right? When it comes to mindset, okay, and understanding the role of psychology, okay, I'm gonna give you guys the 3 tips and the 3 traits of a successful trader. Okay? Write this down. The number 1 trait is patience, the art of waiting for the right setup. So when it comes to trading, right, I know all of you on this call, every single one of you, I'm sure, has been onboarded. If you're brand new, if you've been here for less than, if you've been here, if you've been in this company for less than 7 days, put the number 7 in the chat. Okay? Put number 7 in the chat if you've been here for less than 7 days or less, right? Let me know in the chat. Let's see here. Let's see. I know we've got a lot of new members right now. Okay, great. So Rebecca. Oh, Rebecca, my day one. What's up, sis? Rebecca's on this line. She's actually here. Just got started yesterday. Simone, Mary. Oh, Buhi, Michael. Oh, Don Vincent, you here? That's what's up, man. Vincent. Okay. I know Vincent. Long time. Okay, you in the business. Okay. I remember your name. Yeah, that's what's up. Oh, Bello, Haywood. Okay, Mr. Vincent. That's what I'm talking about. I'm happy. Right. So all of you guys that are brand new, all of you. So by the way, if you're new, for my team members, please put a welcome in the chat for our new members. Fawaz as well. Welcome to all of you. Really excited, to have all of you here. Really excited to welcome you to our incredible vision. And when it comes down to mindset, right? The first thing I want you guys to understand, and some of you obviously you're brand new into the team and you may not understand these terms or like why it's important, because a lot of people just talk about the money that's made. And trading, yes, there's no doubt money is going to be made. But the first trait I want you guys to have is patience. Okay? And patience is what it takes to really see the bigger picture. The second trait is discipline, following the plan regardless of emotions. Okay, I know emotions get involved in trading, but you don't want to be an over emotional trader, right? The third thing we're looking at is resilience, bouncing back after losses. Okay, and so these 3 things has helped me, right, over the course of time to really understand how this market has changed my life in more ways than one. Believe me, in more ways than one. It's an incredible market with several different income streams. You can become an investor, you can buy and hold, you can day trade, you can swing trade, right? It's incredible how much wealth of knowledge you can garner and now use that to develop your wealth. So without further ado, I want to welcome up our panelists for today. We have the Silver Surfer, Jonathan Thompson. We have the wonderful Giselle Eastwood. We have CC, also known as Crystal Ramsey, and we have Mr. J. We call him Connect with J, but I know him as Jermaine Smith. So guys, welcome to the panel. Can you guys please come to the stage? All right. They're ready. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna add them in right now. All right, superstars. Yeah. Okay, you guys looking good. You guys looking real good. I know CC's here. Okay, CC came through. Wait, nah. CC came through. CC, she's ready, guys. By the way, CC and Hezron, they're getting on a call with David. Oh, sorry, I wasn't invited, but they're on a call with David tonight. Instagram Live, and so they're ready. They got their glad. I said to them, put your glad rags on. Put your glad rags on. So Chris Lee's got the Sharon back to life, back to
Well,
reality.
the hair ain't done yet. The hair ain't done yet.
Well, listen, let's get right into it. Super excited to have it. I know it was a bit impromptu, but I do apologize. But I just said I was gonna get. It was just Giselle. And you know what? Let's get all the educators on to share a few things. A few simple basic questions, and you guys can just bounce around. In terms of the answers and stuff, right? So, guys, I want to ask a couple questions to the panelists, and feel free, guys, in the chat to also, if you have any questions after these questions have been asked, you guys can feel free to ask a couple as well. Okay, but I want to ask the first question. I know Christy Lee wanted that up this one, so I'm gonna ask a question. And guys, after she answers, you guys can bounce around. So for my new people, right, this is really important to take notes, okay? Because I know a lot of the time, a lot of the trainings are about how to use the app, how to use MT5, how to do this, and it's very important. Obviously, you guys have a system. I'm sure all of you have been onboarded and shown how to actually go through the process, how to set up your demo account, live account, how to trade. But guys, once you get that out of the way, it should it takes someone. Listen, within 24 hours, every new customer that we enroll is in the system. They know how to use the app. They know how to use the demo account. So that's not the issue. Now, once that's been done, and you're now in the process of trading, these questions are really going to help you understand why the psychology is so important. So the first question I have is, why is psychology important in forex trading?
Okay, I'm going to answer that if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Right. So, one of the things that I always say, and I've said it before on a training, is that there are so many misconceptions when it comes to forex trading and even crypto trading. And I believe the reason for that is because a lot of people come into this with things like, fear, greed, and a gambling tip. And, you know, it isn't psychology in forex is important because those kind of emotions, just as what I've just stated, they can basically kind of cloud your judgment. If you're someone that's impatient, you're coming in this to make money quick, but you don't understand it. Those are the reasons why there's so many misconceptions about trading, and it's because you have to get your psychology on point. Yeah, you have to maintain your discipline. You got to have a clear mindset, right? Because having a clear mindset is what's going to help you to stick to your strategies, manage your risks effectively, and even avoid doing like really stupid actions or even like quick actions just because you want to get out of a trade. And sometimes that can really result in major losses, a lot more losses than wins. So I realized going through some of the academy, one of the things that I did jot down, and I've just got my notebook here, is actually 5 tips for people who are beginners, or even if you're not a beginner, but this could help you in your journey. It's just 5 tips for you guys that I'm going to share with you now that I literally have on my wall every single day. It reminds me whenever I start a session to trade or to analyze the chart, I always keep these in mind. So the first thing is you want to control your emotions, yeah? You want to make sure that you stay calm and avoid trading based off fear or greed. Like there's a lot of us that come into this and maybe our circumstances are dire, we need to make money quick. Yeah. It's not the way to come into this. Yeah. You've got to be ready to learn, ready to be educated and learn the strategies of forex trading and crypto trading. Yeah. Because emotional decisions can often lead to mistakes and we don't want to make any mistakes. Right. Number 2, stick to your plan, right? One of the things that um, the trading education teaches us is about making your own trading journal or your own trading plan. Yeah, because creating a trading plan, this gives you, clear rules for when you're going to enter the trade, when you're going to exit it, using proper risk management, and even just following that consistently. Because sometimes we follow it for about a day and then we're like, yeah, I got a bit of profit, so tomorrow I'm going to put it on a 0.50, and now you're not even following the plan no more because you still got a small account, but because you've won that little bit there and you've got that little bit added to your account, you then start going, yeah, let me try with £1 of pick that. No, guys, you got to stick to it as long as possible. I'm telling you, and I said this before on my last call. When you do compounding, it's like a snowball effect. So imagine when you've got a snowball, And if you keep rolling that in more snow, what happens? It gradually gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until it's massive. That is exactly what's going to happen with your account if you just stick to the plan. Yeah. If it means you have to trade at 10 pence per pip for 6 months, so do it. So be it. If you need to get your account to a certain level, this is what it's about. Also, start small, guys. This is the third tip. Start small. Begin with small trades to minimize the pressure. Yeah. And it will allow yourself to learn without risking too much. Okay. Some of you are coming into this again, putting on massive lot sizes and you've got small accounts, thinking that you're going to make hundreds in a day. I'm not saying it's not possible, it is possible, but you want to come in and use the correct risk management first off. So that you're not one of them people that come in and say, oh, I credited £100 in my account today. I put on a trade and the trade didn't go well. Listen, this leads me on to the fourth point. You have to accept losses. If somebody tells you that in Forex trading, you don't make any losses, they lie to you. This is all part of the journey, guys, right? You have to accept your losses. You got to understand that losses are part of our trading journey. Yeah, we got to focus on the long-term consistency rather than chasing the quick wins. And I guarantee you, once you understand risk management, you will understand that as much as you want to manage your wins, you can actually also manage your losses. That's down to you too, right? So this is all the things that you will learn with the education. And then the last thing I want to give you as a tip is number 5, which is to stay disciplined. Okay. And the reason why we want to stay disciplined is because we want to avoid over trading or even revenge trading. Because sometimes when we lose, we feel like we want to go back into the markets again. And then we're chasing the market. And then guess what? If that trade then goes sideways, we made even more of a loss. Don't do those things, guys. Yeah. Patience and discipline, as Derek said, are absolutely key to success in trading. Okay, so I hope that's answered the first question.
Let's go. That was a training in itself, Chrissy. That's incredible. Thank you so much. That was incredible because I know I've seen your journey. I've seen you come in with a little bit of background knowledge about trading, but you've actually, guys, one thing about Christy, she is literally an analyst. She literally will take time and sit down and really look at every single little thing. But that's just who she is, and that's why she is where she is, because she is such a attention to detail person, right? Which is incredible. So when she broke down the 5 steps, like that's how I'm the same. I have the steps to success. She has the 5 steps to success, right? So she had more. I had 3. She had 5, right? So there you go. So next question, guy. Next question. Um, and after I ask the 4 questions, you guys can bounce around and just kind of share and conversate. And next question will be for Mr. Jermaine Smith, my big brother. He's also my bodyguard as well, but an incredible trader. He will tell you some of the results he's had recently. Yeah, so Jay, show him or tell him some of the results you had recently. I know you told David the other day what you had earned, and it was quite an incredible. I went, let's go! I went crazy, right? But it was an incredible testimony. But obviously, you're now at the point where you're earning. You have a lot of 4-figure days in trading. But let me ask you this: how do emotions like fear and greed affect your trading, or can affect your trading?
Okay, that's a really good question, actually. Can you guys hear me clearly? Can you hear me clearly? Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Derek, for actually inviting us on this call first and foremost. So let me give it back to you. And that's a really good question. Now, just to confirm something with everyone on this call, the traders that you see on this call right now, we have been trading for probably maybe 3 years plus amongst ourselves, whatever the case is. So if you're a new trader on this call and you're listening to this information, and what we're explaining to you doesn't transpire within like 1 month, even 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, I would definitely tell you, don't worry, you will get there. You will definitely get there. Because this trading is a skill that takes time, but within inside that skill is the psychology. So the information that you have now, I hope you've been writing it down, because if you're not even writing it down, you've missed the first step. Okay. So in terms of fear and greed, in terms of things in the market, this is a cycle that to be honest with you, I don't know any trader that hasn't gone through this actual cycle. So I think it's something that we have to go through to actually learn. And I honestly believe that greed actually sits and resides within every single person. Because if you've never earned the money the way that we can earn the money in the market, as has been said before, when you earn that £1, that £2, that £3, there's something that triggers the endorphins in you. It's like a bit of a gambler's mindset that says, do you know what? If I can do £1, £2, £3, I can actually do £10. But at that point, you haven't actually mastered psychology just yet. You haven't actually even mastered the 10%, which is the actual skill. So in terms of how it kind of affected, I want to kind of bring it back to me. So you have a real life scenario. You have a real life scenario here. And this is something that really affected me in the early days. And I'm hoping that my scars will allow you to not be scarred in exactly the same way. When I first got into trading, I was doing great money. Like I was doing like even like £1,000 a day. And the monetary amounts that we quote on this call, please do not take that and run with that and think that that is going to be your chapters or your chapter one, chapter two. It may not happen for you that way. It may happen for you a completely different way. But I was considering myself one of the lucky ones that when I got into trading, I remember messaging my ex-wife and saying to her, do you know what? Oh my gosh, like I've just made the mortgage money in the morning. Guys, I'm talking about 1,400 like in the morning. This is when I first got into trading. And then the next day after that, I was making some crazy, crazy returns. I'm talking about £3,000 in the market. But one of the things that I didn't really know, which is pertaining to the skill set, I was over leveraging. I was over leveraging. Then when I found out that I could do not a standard lot size, which is 1.00, when I found out that I could do a a bigger lot size, which was 3.00, and that would give me more returns, what do you think I did? I put 3.00, and this time I probably had about a 2 to 3 grand account. And guess what, guys? I won the trade. I won the trade. And this time I was actually a part business owner in an oil firm. So I was earning good money there as well. But I actually won the trade. So I made even more money. Then what do you think I did after that? I put my lot size up again. But remember, guys, remember what the question is. How does fear and greed, okay? I actually said, you know what? Let me go up another lot size now. And I was trading gold at the time. Oh my gosh. I want to share something with everybody on this call. I want to share somebody on this call. If you have children, you may have sleepless nights, okay? But I'm going to tell you this now. There will be nothing in this world that's going to give you a worse sleepless night than being, everyone is laughing right now, right? Than being in a deficit trade of 4 figures. There's nothing's going to give you a worse sleepless night. You are going to be checking that phone every 5 minutes of that night, and that's what I was doing. I was in a deficit. Gold was going down, and I was going. My trade was supposed to be going up, and lucky enough, I kind of pulled through that trade. But the reason why I'm sharing this story with you is because that was the starting process of my greed. After that, I made another trade that I lost massively. I lost the trade massively. And I remember just going downstairs and just saying, what the hell just happened? I remember this very clearly, guys. I'll never forget this day. I put my head back on the chair like this, and I just looked up and I said, wow. I said, because I just didn't maintain my lot size and I wasn't disciplined, I lost everything. I absolutely lost everything. That then pushed me into psychology. That pushed me into actually understanding the skill set and the psychology around trading. And I will tell you this now, if you are fearful of getting into trades, if you are unsure of getting into trades, I really want to encourage everybody, especially if you're maybe a new member, 1 to 6 months, let's just say, please, please, please use a demo account. Utilize your demo account. To me, the demo account is the most underrated thing in trading. I don't care about your skill set. I don't care how good you are in psychology. I don't care if you're, a seven, eight-figure trader. I know some seven, eight-figure traders that are still today utilizing a demo account for new strategies and new skills. They don't use their live account. And why is that? Because they understand that this skill set has to be developed. Okay. So I kind of hope I know I danced around a little bit, but I hope I give you a scenario where you don't want to be coming downstairs and putting your head up on a chair, and you don't want to be checking your trades every 5 minutes, all because you took agreed as an opportunity to earn more money in the market, which clearly doesn't work. Okay, so I'll kind of I hope that kind of breaks things down for you a little bit.
Thank you so much, Jay. That was incredible. That was really eye opening. Definitely when your head to be back on the chair, sleeping, not worrying about those those big losses. Believe me, I've had many a day as well. But I think every time the key thing is to stay consistent. And as you were saying, staying that demo account, man, utilizing it, staying consistent, and utilizing what the demo gives you the chance to be in the live market with not with real money. You have that chance to really try out a strategy and see if it works for you. So thank you so much for that, Mr. Smith. Next question is for Giselle Eastwood, who is doing incredibly well. Giselle, how can I manage my emotions while trading? We've spoken about why
Ooh.
psychology is important. So why is it important? We've spoken about how certain factors in the mind can affect. But now, how can you now manage your emotions? How can you now, when things are maybe not going your way, or even when things are going your way, how are you able to manage your emotions?
Um, hmm. Very interesting question. But I say, in order to manage your emotions, you need to get out of your own head.
Hmm.
Only because when you're in your head, you're thinking, am I going to go into a win or am I going to go into a loss? And then when your brain starts overthinking, then you're going to be like, oh my gosh, no. And then I'm going to be like, and then you're like, oh, I mean, just jump out of this trade right now. But then the trade could end up going your way. But because you jumped out of the trade too so soon,
Hmm.
and then everyone else has made profit, you're gonna be like, oh my word, what have I done? Sorry, I just I'm speaking from my perspective, but then still from those newbies. As as Jermaine has said, like you need to really and truly hmm, need to not go into markets with emotions because when you go into the markets with emotions, that's when you will have your big losses. And also, when you go into the markets with emotions, then you're basically no longer in control when you need to tell the market where to go, which is what I'm sure that Silver Surfer will be speaking about. But honestly, from my own perspective, in regards to the question, which was how do you develop your psychology of training, trade on a demo account. Firstly, first and foremost, I tell everyone trade on a demo account because it will let you know what type of trader you are. Because we can have trades come through. Let's say if you work a 9 to 5 and then let's say you miss the trades, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I've missed the trades. That's gonna be fear of missing out. When you have the fear of missing out, you're gonna be like, okay, so that's happened. So then you're gonna want to chase those trades after. Do not chase those trades at all. Because once you chase those trades, that's when you're also gonna have big losses.
Hmm. Hmm. That's strong. That's strong. And what you just said there, really talking about managing it. One thing as well that's helped me in my journey is taking breaks
Mm,
during
definitely
trading.
refine it.
I'm
Definitely.
actually going to bring up
More than
Miss Sylvia Io to share because she's extremely talented when it comes to trading, right? And I think we all know. I always say to Sylvia like she's my backbone when it comes to this trading thing because I watch her videos. Sylvia's got a strong emotional intelligence. She's very tuned in, right? But one thing I would say is that's helped me is taking regular breaks in between sessions,
Mhm,
right? You don't want to
definitely.
just you know, you make some money. And it's like your brain is literally like, I mean, there was this video that I saw on Instagram, and I sent it to my mother-in-law, Kat's mom, and it's like this video of this lady dancing. It's like I have to show it to you guys. It's like this lady. It's like this weird song being sang, and the lady just da 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 da. It's like some weird, colorful music video, and then the video said, when you're in a trade, you're thinking about everything. You're thinking about your mortgage. You're thinking about your kids. You're thinking about this. You're thinking about that, and but you know, taking breaks in between sessions, and I've seen you, Giselle, do that incredibly well. But you know, now let me bring up my sister here, who is a guru. She's a wizard when it comes to trading. She's really gonna give you guys some incredible and mindset tips on also on managing your emotion. You know, she is incredible. She's helped me manage my emotions when it comes to trading. So Sylvia Ayo, the one, the only, all the way from Nigeria. We appreciate you, sis. Talk to us tonight. Talk to us.
Okay, hi everybody.
What's up,
I had to
sis?
come up for I had to come up for this one because trading can really mess with your emotions. I say that it will bring out all the worst behaviors in you. It will bring out the greed. It will bring out this. You will realize that you're a really greedy person. You realize that you're a thief. You're you realize that you're a thief. Like you want to steal overnight, right? But for me, how I think I was really able to manage my emotions, that thing you said is really true. Taking breaks is very important. Because sometimes you get so consumed in the market, you're like, I just need to make it back. I need to make it back. I need to make it back. And it feels like the market recognizes your emotions at that time. And that's the only time that you get to lose back to back to back to back to back. And you have to understand at that point, like, I need to leave this thing alone. Like just leave it alone. Like it's not going away. The market's always going to be there. Like just close your laptop. If you listen, there are times when I've had to delete MT4. Like, you know what? Like just go on. Just go because like, I think everyone can relate to that. Like, you know what? Like I'm done. So just take a break, right? Just take a break. But secondly, know what is at stake. If you know this thing, I promise you, you'll be free. That was literally what set me free in my emotions. Like I could lose 5K right now, and I'm like, okay, no problem. Like, not because 5K is not a lot of money. It's a lot of money. It hurt me, but like I already knew I was gonna lose it, right? So that's why when I do like my trainings, I always focus on know how much money you're losing for this trade if this trade goes bad. I don't care about you catching 2,000 pips. I know people like to feel bougie with stuff like that. I caught 2,000 pips, I caught 5,000 pips. For me, how much money is involved, right? So if I'm going into that trade, I understand my lot size. I understand, the value. If I go with this lot size, if this trade hits a loss, it's $100. And that's why I'm not shocked if I say $100 loss because I knew that if it hits a loss, I was going to lose $100. Know what is at stake. Don't stop guessing the lot sizes. That's why the emotions are high. You're in a loss, you're like, because that you don't even know the effect of the lot size you used for that trade, right? So once you understand the effect of that lot size thing, is really people's blood pressures go up, but blood pressure goes up. It's because you didn't even know what to expect. You just really thought that if I go with 0.40, if this thing hits TP, like I'm just gonna cash out 2,000. You didn't think about the loss. And then when it starts to go into a loss, the little drawdowns, like Jesus, 400, like you're like, because you just threw in that lot size there. Have like a really proper, I think I heard Chris Lee talk about that. Have a proper plan. I know that it sounds good, like if you go in with like 0.40, like if it goes into profit, it's like you're going to cash out. I know it sounds good, but the negative side of it is not good at all, right? So if you can stick to a lot size, at least if I'm using 0.05 on Bitcoin, I know how the loss on that is always going to be like, because I'm used to it. So I would always play around 0.03, 0.05, because I'm used to, if this lot size goes into a loss, I'm used to how the loss is going to affect my trading account. So it's never really going to affect my emotions. That was literally how I had to control the emotional side for me. I just had to know what was at stake financially. If you don't know that, the market's always going to surprise you with them losses, and it's always going to just, just throw you off balance. Just stick to one lot size for a while. Stick to it. It helps, put your emotions at a level. And then, once you master your emotions, okay, now you can try to, dabble around. I hope that helps. I hope that helps.
Thank you, sis. Well, stay right there because we got those nuggets. We need some more of those nuggets. Or we're still hungry. We're still hungry. We need some more. Silver Surfer. Then we're gonna do like a few more questions for all of you guys to just bounce around with. But Silver Surfer, you've done an incredible job. Really helping the team. With the signal aspect, and you're very disciplined. I see your trades. You always set aside time for it. And then you've got some beautiful babies, and you've got such a busy life, but you still manage to make it happen. And the question for you would be, how do I develop a disciplined trading mindset? Now we've figured out, okay, emotions, in terms of your discipline, right? Like in terms of strategy, more of the physical side now. How have you been able to develop this discipline? Is it time based? Is it like, okay, I want to trade at this time? Do you wear, people say, hey, I only trade with comfortable clothing. People say I don't trade after an argument. What makes you disciplined when it comes to trading?
Oh, that's a very good question. Yeah, in terms of staying disciplined, when I first started trading, which was the end of May 2020, I just did what I was told, which was to stay disciplined, which was practice in the demo, and I practiced every day for 3 weeks. And one key thing I was taught was to practice trading in your demo the way that you intend to trade live, because that will then reflect and show with your balance as well. And also have a target. I know some people would rather say compound, and I would say as a new starter as well, it is best to compound, but take your time and build it up, and then it will start to come back to you from there. For me, I had a daily target, and when I'd hit that target, that was me done for the day. So, for example, for a while, I had a target of £200 for the day. I'd make that 200, I'll withdraw it, I'll come out, and I'd leave but I'll probably leave, well, I would make sure I leave enough in there. So basically what I initially started with in the beginning, before that £200 profit, withdraw that, set it aside, start again the next day. So that was part of how I got that discipline there. Also, just to touch on what a few of you said, not to trade emotionally. I've done that myself, and I'm gonna touch on, it's a bit of a sensitive one for me, but we all go through these things, and we need to know how we go about these things. So just after Christmas in 2020, on Christmas morning 2020, my brother-in-law passed away suddenly. And after the markets opened, after Boxing Day, I was an emotional wreck, and I traded without thinking. I traded emotionally. I lost 5 figures. I lost about 12K in one day.
Wow.
Luckily, it wasn't everything, but I let my emotions get the better of me. So from there, I said I had to take a break. I took my break and gradually brought myself back into it, to a place where I was in a good place, and I could get that consistency back again and go again from there. So yes, I've had multiple 4-figure days. I've also had, well, I've made a profit. I've had them in losses as well. And to touch on what Crystal Lee said, they are part of the parcel. It's part of a trader's experience. And it's just a case of minimizing the losses to the profits, and just knowing when to stop. sometimes we're there and we keep going. You have to learn when to stop. So it got to a point where I had to develop a style of trading as well for me, where, because obviously my background's painting and decorating, I was painting at the time as well. So I mean, sometimes you might see me put some of the bonus signals in chat and whatnot as well. That's part of my trading style, where I would go to work, so I'd set my trades for the day or set it for the week and trust the process, trust the analysis, stay disciplined, and not, let's say, like feel like I'll have a knee-jerk reaction and pull out early or put too much on the trade. I'll just set it, forget it, and still have the time in the day to do what I needed to do, and trust and believe that my profits will then come along with it, which it did. And for me, with having the goals and the targets, one of the first things I did for my first withdrawals, and I know some of you want to do this as well, I gave my parents a call and I said, how much is left on the mortgage?
Wow.
And they told me, and I said, okay, then check your bank account. The first thing mum asked me was, what kind of drugs have you been selling to get this kind of money? I was like, Mom, I don't do that. So none. But remember, I told you I was learning how to trade. Well, this is it paying off. And for all the help and support you've given me over the years, this is me repaying back what you did for me. And I did the same with my sisters, did the same with my nephew. So I would say, when you get that money, don't just have it there in your account and then be tempted to waste it. Invest it, put it into other things where it's like say crypto, it's an appreciable asset. Invest in crypto. Don't be tempted to then, I've got this much now, let me just put this back in and then risk it all. No, be wise with it. Like for me now, I've got 4 beautiful children and I love everyone so well, I've got to look after. I can't be ill-disciplined with that. I have to keep to a strategy, and I have to keep to my minimum target, and also at the same time not overtrade. Touching what Jermaine said about using the demo, I abuse my demo. I abuse my demo just like Natalie Jetsetter abuses visionary lifestyles. So, that's what the demo is there for. You can have demo accounts where you can have one demo to trade one currency, one demo to trade a different currency. So you can figure out what currency pairing it works best for you. For me, what I had to remind myself was silver worked best for me as a currency pairing. So if you find something that works, stick with it and develop it. Be the master of one instead of the jack of all trades and the master of none. And in regards to, I think, final point I'll touch on with discipline as well is education. If you're educated, you're going through the education, you're taking down notes, you can always refer back to them and bring yourself back in line to think, okay, I was about to take that risk. I better not take that risk, or I better be patient and bide my time. Or if I'm in a trade and it's going the other way, but you trust in your analysis or the analysis given by the educators on the platforms, especially in the live sessions and whatnot as well, which is highly recommended, then just trust the process. It will do what it needs to do. And that's touching on what I can say for being disciplined.
Wow. That's incredible, bro. That was so many different nuggets. And one thing that I took away from that was when you said withdraw, like stop, take some money out, enjoy yourself. That's a very, very good point. So guys, you guys heard that from Silver Surfer. He's surfing on silver, but he's still taking out some others. He's taking out some silver coins to surf outside the trading market, right? Very, very important. So we have literally about 10 minutes left. But I've got a question that is an open question for all of you guys, any of you guys to touch on. This is a very, very. This is a question that I really am excited to ask you guys because I want to learn. I want to take some notes from this because I want. This is a very, very powerful question. So the question is, do you have any routines or habits that help you stay calm and objective while trading? Are there any habits, any type of songs, or do you guys do a night praying? You know, you laying hands on yourself. What do you guys do to really get into the zone?
Do you want me to chip in on that first?
Yeah,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
It's an open dialogue.
But first of all, I trade in the hoodie, guys. So you know what I'm doing right now, right outside of this call, right? That's me. So guys, I want to tell you this. Like, I don't think it's one thing. I don't think it's one thing. I think there's something that's very common for us six on this call right now that needs to be disclosed, especially if you are new to this industry, new to trading. We are personally developed and developing.
Mm.
That is a very common theme that we have amongst us six on this call. So when we talk about, what do we do, it's not necessarily what do we do, it's what we have done over many, 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 many years that allow us to make decisions today that are easy for us. In other words, if you're not a disciplined person, we've all gone through the mill of growing to be disciplined people to now that when we are making decisions about discipline, it is a lot easier. So the reason why I want to say that is because sometimes a new person on the call might think, I need to make this change like this.
Mm-mm.
Guys, it is really, I don't want to say it's impossible, but I've never met someone, and I'm an accredited coach. I've been an accredited coach for 7 years, and I've never met someone that can make a change that quick. It's over time, it's gradual.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's one thing that we do. I think it's many things. There is a saying, which is how you do one thing is how you do many other things. And
Okay.
I think if you can forget trading just for a minute and look at the other areas of your life, if you're not disciplined in those areas, you might struggle to become disciplined in trading. So get yourself into routines that you're disciplined in other areas also. That would be my kind of like recommendation. And I'll hand it over to all the other panelists to chime in as well.
One more thing to tie into this question, I always want to ask the magic question: what books and audios do you guys
Oh, yeah.
recommend to those people right now that need that psychology in trading? Please. So I'll tie in the first question, which is, do you have any routines or habits, and tying that in with what books do you guys recommend?
Trading in the zone, I'll pass it on to the other panelists.
So I'll put it in the chat. I'll put it in the chat now. Trading in the Zone by Mark
That's the
Douglas.
same book I was
Mark
going to
Douglas, yeah.
recommend, Trading in the Zone.
Same here.
And they actually have a series on the back of that as well, but I haven't read all of them.
You haven't
I'd
what,
say,
sorry?
There is a series. There's other books from Trading in the Zone. There's another two books I
Wow.
think we've done as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
trust her.
I haven't,
Definitely
I haven't, I haven't got the other
trust
two.
her to know that. I'm surprised you have all the books.
I'd say Conceive, Believe, and Achieve by David Imonitie. Because at the time, so as I've been growing my account, and over the period of time when I was growing my live account, I was listening to Conceive, Believe, and Achieve every single day. And when I tell you it had such a positive impact on me when I'm trading, I was going to the gym. I kept myself in the frame of mind whereby nothing and no one can stop me from getting to my goal of me being a better person, me getting fit, and me improving how my finances are. So conceive, believe, and achieve. When David Immunity is speaking, yeah, you need to actually listen and you need to take heed to what he's saying because it will actually make a difference in your life. It's not just something that you just be like, let me just listen to it once and then just forget about it. Literally take it in what he's saying and it will have the best impact on your life ever because me, 6, 7 months ago is not the same me that you see today. And it's all because of personal development and this amazing community and also, yeah, everything that's allowed me to grow and everyone that I'm surrounded with. So I'd say that I'll hand over to the next person.
For me, definitely Stranger Secret. That's really where I really like learned, you become what you think about. And I learned that if you're going into trading and you already think you're going to lose, then why bother trading at all? So I would go into trading thinking, I'm going to win this trade. I'm just going to make money, and I'm constantly thinking that way. So strangest secret for me is it's one, cuts across everything, trading, building the business, everything. Strangest secret for me.
Well, I'd say for me, the book that did it for me was Rich Dad Poor Dad, by Robert Kiyosaki. I actually had that on as an audio book, and I used to listen to that when I used to go to work on site as I started trading and whatnot. And for me, it made me put in perspective how I wanted to be as a father to my son Zion, as I already had Zion at that point, and how my father was with me and how he was working was like my dad, he used to work for a few Formula One teams. So like he'd travel the world and everything like that. But what he was getting was only just enough to kind of keep us going. But I could see how hard he was working. But the knowledge that we have now, he didn't have available at that point. And I say for me, some of the things I used to see him do, I mean, something as simple as every night I used to see him watch Bloomberg every night. Now, my dad's dyslexic. He doesn't know what a lot of it means, but he used to like listen to it, and he used to say, "Oh, it'd be nice to go to that country now," and so forth for that price. And I used to think, well, why don't you do something about it? But it came down to like the education side for me again, and I think Rich Dad Poor Dad for me helped me to learn how to gain it and to how to apply that with the right mindset as well.
Amazing. Chrissy?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, we can.
So I'm going to start with my books first. So for me, Trading in the Zone. And I also quite recently have been listening a lot to the audio, The Magic of Believing. Absolutely love it. One of the things I will say in terms of my routine, I definitely do my affirmations for the day. It's so important for me to get the right mindset, a positive mindset, set my environment, that's something that's vitally important to me. Even if it means even afterwards, like, or I don't know, maybe you might have had some news or whatever. Listen, fling on some worship. You'll soon get yourself out of that. Pray. Like if it's that deep, like seriously, guys, get yourself in the zone. Also, again, I wanted to say as well, I know Jonathan touched on it earlier, but the education, you guys know I'm absolutely massive on that because of my journey, of how my journey started to what I came to realize quite quickly is that I need to educate myself. I want to be able to do this instead of relying on other people. And you've got to want that for yourself. You've got to want to invest in yourself to do that and really like push yourself. I always say like you wouldn't pay to go to university to do a specific job role or skill and not attend class. It's the same for your FL2. Yeah, it's the same for your trading and crypto journeys. Educate yourself. Like seriously, it's the one thing it's the one thing no one can take away from you. It's more priceless than what it is that you're going into the markets and getting is your education and the knowledge that you're getting from it. And then lastly, I wanted to say, because you asked about what's part of my routine. And one of the main things as well, whilst trading, I mainly focus on quality over quantity. And the reason why I say that is because I've seen so many people come in and, a trade comes through on the app and they take that trade on about 14, 15, 20 odd times in the hopes that they're going to make profit 20 times, and that's not how it is, take lesser, well analyzed trades. Yeah. Because they are better than basically loads. Because I'm telling you, if you put on about 14, 15 trades and they go sideways, you've already heard the stories of the losses here. We don't want that. We don't want that. So, it all comes a part of the greed and, fear in trading. And also with the fear as well. Again, if you're in a well analyzed trade, you won't have any fear there, because you know it's well analyzed. If you're checking on your fundamental analysis, and sorry guys, and you know that it's a good setup, like have that patience. Have the patience is so key, honestly. But yeah, I'll leave that there because I know that we are going over time, or the time's nearly up. But handing it back over to you, bro. Thank you for having me on the call.
Appreciate you guys so much. That was incredible. That was real knowledge. I got notes. I've got notes. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna that someone recommended a book, Trading for a Living. I'm gonna buy that book.
Ooh.
Sylvia said Bloomberg. I'm on Bloomberg, but I'm gonna be even more. If Sylvia says it, I'm gonna do it even more. Right? So
They're really up to date. So all of them, I think Bloomberg and investing.com,
right,
they do way better than Forex Factory and all of that. They
right,
they like give like updates. Like if something's happening like right now, like you're seeing it. But the Forex Factories and the FX books, they
yeah,
like already know like the regular news,
yeah,
that comes every month. And
yeah.
but like, Bloomberg, if something's happening in White House right now, they're saying, hey, and then the market's going crazy, So that's really one I like to use.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's incredible. Well, guys, I hope you. So, guys, please take a screenshot. Please map down all of these books and audios. So we've got investing.com, we've got Bloomberg, we've got Worship Music, The Magic of Believing by Claude Bristol, Trading for a Living by Dr. Alexander Elder, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, Stranger Secret by El Nightingale, Conceive, Believe, Achieve by David de Menitier, and Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. Yeah, if you can put it in the group chat, that would be great. So you guys can just really just get and you might ask me, well, Derek, which one do I go for? Just try all of them and see which one sticks with you the best. Okay, and I'll really really assist you guys to get the results. For me, out of them, obviously all of the audios I love, but Bloomberg for me has been my best friend. You know that. Oh boy, let me tell you. When I put that Joker on, when I put that channel on, I am watching to see. I know the presenters on that show. That's how much I watch them. The guy with the bald head, and then the other lady. They're on there, and they're giving out real game. They're talking about stocks. I think Sylvia was telling me the other day about stocks. We're gonna start educating on stocks too. Just showing you guys, that Nvidia, these companies that people, did you know that Nvidia they created so many millionaires? Like, it's so much out there for us to really grasp. We've got crypto, stocks, forex, and other investment opportunities. So really excited for this, for you guys to get this recording. We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you to all the incredible panelists.
Derek,
Go
so
ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Just before we jump off, I think I'm not sure if this was covered, but this is something else maybe for the new people as well.
Sure.
Guys, you don't underestimate time, and don't overestimate time. You want to give yourself at least 90 days to get to some understanding of what's going on. Don't if you come in and you believe that this is going to happen for you in the 1 to 2, 3 months and that sort of stuff, I think you may just be living an illusion. So, I always say to people, look, that join my team, I say you want to give yourself minimum 12 months. And I know that seems like a far run, a far relay, but at the same time, the amount that you're going to learn in that 12 months is going to set you up for success in the next 36 months and the next 25 months, whatever the case is. So guys, just please, please, please give yourself time to learn the skill and the psychology around what we are teaching here. Thanks, Derek.
Thank you so much, Jay. I appreciate all of you guys. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Go
Right,
ahead, bro.
So just to touch on what Jermaine said as well, yeah, please take it from us. We've been there, we've done that, we've made so many we've made our mistakes, and we're trying to show you not to make the same mistakes that we have. And same with this platform with educators as well. So whatever advice you're given and whatnot, please trust it, because guaranteed we've already done what you're attempting to do. So just trust the process.
I don't know why these guys are all laughing and smiling, because he's talking facts, guys. He's talking facts. Marry one. That was. You know what? I was gonna burst out laughing, but that comment just. Sylvia, can you explain that, please? Whoa, 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 whoa. Some of you guys may not understand what that means, but Sylvia, can you please tell them what that means, please, sis?
But yeah, I mean, we call Jonathan Silver Surfer because he's married Silver, right?
Yes.
But I'm sure Jonathan takes one or two other pairs, like randomly.
Mm.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. He's married Silver, but he's dating like the other ones. So same same thing for me. For me, it's Bitcoin. It's really Bitcoin. My withdrawals, my big withdrawals, it's really from Bitcoin. But I'll trade gold and I'll trade silver once in a while. But it's really Bitcoin. So if you find your pair, you find what works for you, just stick to it.
Mhm.
But you can be rigid about it. You can be loyal, but you can just touch on one or two of them the other times. That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Absolutely. We knew what you meant, but we had to just clarify for those in the crowd, like, what's he talking about? Well, appreciate you guys so much. This recording will be up on the channel tonight. And yeah, just take the advice, guys. Take the audios, and God bless you all. And we'll see you guys very, very soon. Thank you, guys. Good night, and
Good
God
night, y'all.
bless.
Bye.
Yeah.
Good night.
Bye.